And we are live here at beautiful Pomona, California, Cal Poly Pomona, Scolinos Field, where your Riverside Bulldogs are taking on the Inland Valley Bucs in the second game of a 3-game series. Bradford Evans on the call with Mason Jandro. Drew Knight will join us a little bit later on the call. But, Mason, pardon me, you've been gone for so long, I forgot you were here. How's it going, man?
Good, man.
Good, good.
Fun.
Well, we are in for a little bit of a treat here. It's two kind of bottom feeder clubs, really, in the Sccbl. Both teams not playing well in the Sccbl. The Inland Valley Bucs 7-9-1. They actually have a tie because of the time limit thing. Went into extra innings in a 3-3 game earlier on in the season. However, the Riverside Bulldogs really are the headline. Obviously, is this the home telecast? Coming in at 2-11, losing a really close game yesterday, 2-3. And Mason, you were at that game.
Yeah, I was at the game. We just, the pitching finally came alive. I mean, that's the thing that's been like our Achilles heel this season is pitching. We've given up way too many runs and errors on defense, but we played a pretty solid game. Only one error yesterday, but the sticks didn't come alive last night as we left multiple people in running and scoring position, and second and third with no outs, 1 out, and couldn't get a run across, and that's killer. You got to be able to do that if you want to win ball games.
And you touched on it earlier. Pitching has been the Achilles heel of this team. Alfredo Parres, who was out last time we had a home game at San Diego High School, gave up 9 runs in 2 innings, Mason. So that's not the type of productivity that you need from your starter.
It also seems like the Riverside Bulldogs, they play a lot better if they get out of the first 2 innings without giving up a million runs. I mean, we saw the San Diego Force too, and that doubleheader, both games. Well, the second game was better, but the first game, they gave up 6 runs in the first 2 innings.
6 runs in the first 2 innings.
You can't. It's really hard to play from behind every game you play. Your starting pitcher's got to go out there and pitch 2-3 solid innings and not give up a million runs.
And that is the theme here in every home game so far. And this is a home game at Cal Poly Pomona for the Bulldogs, but in every home game, this team has really struggled to get a lead. They've been behind in every single home game they've had, all 5.
Yeah, it's really tough to play baseball, and especially as an offense when you're playing from behind every single game out. And that's why I was surprised that the offense didn't show up last night, because they finally got a good starting pitching performance from Jesse Villalobos, and he finally came out and pitched very well. And the bats just didn't come alive, and that's what they needed to happen. And Jesse pitched a good 2-3 innings and didn't give up any runs. And I thought I thought maybe something was going to happen, but nothing really came to fruition. And Inland Bucs had opportunities, and they took advantage out of it late in the game.
And many things have gone wrong for this team, Mason, so far. But from what you have seen, what can this team do to get a win tonight? They really need a win to keep afloat in the Sccbl.
I would say 2-out hits are so important, and especially when you guys got runners in scoring position with no outs, 1 out, 2 outs, gotta somehow get them in. Too many strikeouts, too many pop-ups in the infield, not quality at-bats. You gotta have quality at-bats when people are running in scoring position. And, hopefully Parres can come out today and shake off what he did last time out and comes out today and pitches a better ball game. So we'll see.
Yeah, this team played 2 back-to-back games in Palm Springs during the week on Tuesday and Wednesday. And we actually went out on Wednesday to cover the game, but we had a few technical difficulties, me and Drew Knight. So we were unable to cover the game from Palm Springs. But this team's coming from the brutal heat. It's a little bit cooler here. It's about 92 degrees right now here before first pitch at 5:57. So a little bit better weather conditions, obviously, from 120 going to this. That's going to help out the Riverside Bulldogs as far as with this thin roster, isn't it?
Yeah, and the wind's not really blowing hard. It's a really pretty day out, actually. And we'll see what they can do. I mean, yeah, they do have a thin lineup as we see the Inland Bucs. They have the whole dugout's full. And
yeah,
we got the Riverside Bulldogs
platoon
over here, just a lot of
But the Riverside
Bulldogs,
yeah.
It's just, it's just different. But, I mean, we were talking to a parent earlier in the game. I mean, earlier today before we got in broadcast, and it's good as a player for the Bulldogs because they're all getting a lot of playing time, and that's what it's about in this summer ball league.
And that's
you want to get
reason
playing time.
I asked, that was actually Mr. Sccbl, Chase Sccbl's father, who we talked to, and I asked him why he didn't pick a team closer to home, because he's from Huntington Beach, and he said that Chase Sccbl and his brother Reed, who's not with us today but will be here tomorrow to pitch.
Starting pitcher tomorrow.
He'll be pitching, yes. Just said that Chase wanted to go out there and really just kind of get a lot of games there. Whereas when you play for a team like the Palm Springs Power, the Inland Valley Bucs, Arroyo Seco Sentinels, these other teams have 40 guys on their roster, so it's nice to be able to get reps. Even though this team is losing, summer ball is all about getting reps.
Exactly, and getting playing time. And his dad was really excited because Sevy's, he's catching 2-3 games a day. I mean, he was just saying we were calling he said that his knees are like freaking metal because he's a beast.
He's indestructible, and
we
so
call him
far
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man for a reason. You're about to find out exactly what Spider-Man Chase Sebi can do. One of the important players on this Riverside Bulldog team, maybe one of the MVPs of this roster as we go through the lineups. On the mound today, we touched a little bit earlier, is Alfredo Parras. Kyle Kayberry is in center field. The shortstop is Kyle Coburn. Kyle Coburn, who's actually new to the team. He played yesterday, but is coming up from University of Oregon where he plays. He doesn't play on the D1 team, but he plays club up there, and their club team's pretty good. Chase Sebi, as we touched on, is up at catcher. Max Mirkovic, pardon me, we've been messing that one up with Mikrovic, is in right field. Gio Villanueva, third base. Zach Bowman, first base. Zach Bowman, a very good hitter, good fielder as well. Jesse Villalobos batting at DH. Sam Neufeld, the second baseman, very good fielder for Vanguard University. And finishing up at ninth is Marcelo Arcos, the left fielder. As we go to the Inland Valley Bucs lineup, Jordan Hernandez batting .444 on the season. Center fielder will be up first. Second is Malcolm Smith, the left fielder, number 25, and Logan Gopperton, 24, the third baseman, batting in the 3-hole. And Joey Ryherd, the catcher, will be batting cleanup for the Inland Valley Bucs. Aaron McCann, also a very good player, batting .441 this season for the Inland Valley Bucs, is batting fifth. Johnny Juarez, the DH, batting sixth, matching his number 6. Anthony Walters, the Cal product, shortstop, batting seventh. Javier Rosales in right field and batting eighth. Todd Yost batting last in this lineup, and Sean Patton will be on the mound for this Inland Valley Bucs squad. So it should be a very good game as we head into first pitch. The first batter up, as we said, is Jordan Hernandez. Jordan Hernandez, we touched on that, .441 ERA. Very good player, and we'll see what he has to offer here. He's undecided as to where he wants to play college. And the first pitch, Alfredo Parras will be pitching from the windup. Parras, the right-hander. A nice smack of the leather there for a strike. 0-1 count.
Hernandez, center fielder. Seems like it's a trend for center fielders to lead off because they're so fast. And I'm sure he's got wheels.
He may even have Juan Pierre wheels.
Oh, you knocked that right off the bat.
One ball, one strike here. And that ball's popped up behind us, almost hits us, but thankfully for the fence it does not. It'll be a 1-2 pitch here. The home broadcast is located to the left side of home plate, just in between the dugout and the crowd stands. And there's a big strike there. Nice pitch by Alfredo Parras, got him with the fastball.
Yeah, nice play by Sebi to hold on to that ball because he did foul tip it into his glove. So good play by Sebi and great outside fastball by Parras. Not anything close there, 1-2, which is always good.
Due up now is the left fielder Malcolm Smith. Malcolm Smith from Eastern New Mexico University. Batting left, and there's a wild pitch right there. Thankfully nobody's on base for the Riverside Bulldogs as that one goes 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out in the top of the first inning. And we'll see what Smith can do here. What do you expect from a number 2 hitter, Mace, with nobody on board?
Gotta see some pitches.
And there's a smack there of the leather over to the high left side of the strike zone. Goes for a ball. 2-0 count. Malcolm Smith, the batter. And that ball's chopped over to third base, but Gio Villanueva fires over to first base, gets the second out. Nice 1-2 out for this Riverside Bulldog team. So far in the first inning we touched on has been difficult. What is Alfredo Parras going to need to throw here to get a 1-2-3 inning?
We got Gopperton now, number 3 hitter. Obviously can hit. He's batting number 3. And, Parras just needs to stay in. He got to keep getting ahead. I mean, he fell behind that batter right there, but he got lucky. Got to get roll over and jam
ball
shot.
in the dirt there.
So
1-0 count, 2 outs.
He can do it again.
No score here in the top of the first inning. Paris once again with that high delivery. Fouled off by Gopperton. Taps the glove of Chase Sccbl and bounces past him. And Jolavina just goes to fetch that one down. Or that's Nick Vasquez, pardon me. Nick Valdez. Another pitch is popped up high into center field to Kyle Kayberry. Kayberry with a routine fly for the 1-2-3 inning. Good sequence there to start out the game, Mason.
Yeah, I mean, he worked fast, worked efficiently, threw strikes, and that's exactly what you need as Riverside Bulldogs, not falling behind people and, 1-2-3.
So it's a 0-0 game here with the first part of the first inning finished. Nice 1-2-3 inning for the Riverside Bulldogs. Sean Patton on the mound for the Inland Valley Bucs. We'll be back in a moment. And we are back here with the bottom of the first inning, 0-0 game, 1-2-3 inning for the Riverside Bulldogs on defense. Kyle Kayberry, the University of Redlands product, wide receiver, dual athlete at the U of R, plays wide receiver, as I said, and plays for their baseball team. Very good program, finishing second in their league for Division III. And Kyle Kayberry, very good fielder. We'll see what he can do with the bat here.
Another center fielder leading off.
What a surprise. That ball's fouled off. 0-1 count here. Sean Patton with his first pitch. It's kind of different. You kind of see the windup going out of style even with nobody on base, Mason. A lot of guys are just electing to go from the stretch. Why is that?
It's faster, easier.
Sean Patton. Oh, that ball's chopped up over to the shortstop. Shortstop deals with it, gets it to first base, fires it over for the first out of the inning. Good play there by Anthony Walters over to Aaron McCann. So another quick out there in this game, and quick outs have been a luxury for this Riverside Bulldog team. And due up now is the new boy, Kyle Coburn. Played at Huntington Beach, played Chase Sccbl, who went to Marina High School. Sccbl was just kind of bragging, saying that we smashed him and won Division I and, all that junk.
I would too.
So Coburn playing shortstop. Sam Neufeld usually plays shortstop for this team, but we haven't seen Coburn have to do too much as that ball misses wide left for a ball. 1-1 is the count, 1 out, no score.
Kyle Coburn, he's got that shortstop body, though, tall, lengthy. I'm excited to see what he can do today at shortstop.
Ball's fired in there. No, it's a strike. It almost looked like it was on the edge of the strike zone for a ball, but 1-2 is the count. Sean Patton working nicely.
Patton went to East Bay and left last season, so now he's undecided.
You actually know him. You were talking to him a little bit earlier as that ball's hit over into the left field gap for at least a single, and it will be a single for Kyle Coburn. A good sequence of play here so far for the Riverside Bulldogs as they have one runner on first here in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, there's a nice little change up low, and he went down and got it and drove it through the 5-6 hole.
And due up now, the man of the hour, Sccbl. Sccbl, a very good defensive catcher. We'll see what he can do with the bat here. Misses low. That Patton ball almost in the dirt. Kind of grazes there. A few grains of dirt fly up, but it goes into the Joey Ryherd's glove. And now, Sean Patton from the stretch with a runner on first. Shakes his head once again. Patton misses, and there's a wild pitch, hits the backstop, and that will advance Coburn to second base. Not a very good pitch there. What happened?
Yeah, as Ryherd there, you gotta get in front of that. You can't let that just try to scoop it, and missed it very easily though. He wasn't even close to it. You gotta stay in front of that.
So you would blame that one more on the catcher than the pitcher.
I mean, yeah, the pitcher obviously didn't throw his best pitch, but as a catcher, you're there to block it, so you got to try your best. And I feel like that effort wasn't very good. And now, let's see what Sccbl can do with the guy on second.
2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. That ball smacked over into center field. It could be out of the park. Actually, we can't see right now, and it's just over the glove of the right fielder. That's going to drive in Coburn, and Sccbl with a leadoff double.
And a 1-out RBI double by Sccbl, and now Riverside leads 1-0, just like that.
Very good sequence of play from this Riverside Bulldog team. Again, playing at Cal Poly, but they are the home team today, and they're playing as if they have a home field advantage so far, leading 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Due up now is number 19, Max Mirkovic. Pardon me. We'll get it eventually.
Great piece of hitting by Sccbl right there. Opposite field power in the gap and left, right center gap. Just great piece of hitting there with a fastball. Take it the other way.
And Sccbl is on second base. And Patton just steps off the mound there real quick to make sure Sccbl's not getting too big of a lead. And he will deliver his first pitch to Max Mirkovic. Patton misses low for a ball. 1-0 is the count.
Yeah, Patton's really struggling trying to get ahead of people here in the early half.
And that's kind of been an instance that this Riverside Bulldog team has had, struggling early, missing with balls, but Alfredo Parras, that first couple pitches did well. And that's going to be a strike. They're painting the inside corner. 1-1 is the count. In a 1-0 game, Riverside Bulldogs lead for the first time this season at home.
Isn't that a stat?
And that's going to count as a strike almost at the knees of Max Mirkovic, but it counts. He's a tall kid, so he has a bigger strike zone.
Yeah, that was a really good pitch. Right at the knees, inside corner low. Patton really painted that one well. 1
ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on second base. Run has been scored in this inning thanks to a Sccbl double. And Max Mirkovic walks back to the dugout on a foul tip into the glove of none other than Joey Ryherd. And now due up is Gio Villanueva of the Academy of Arts, the third baseman. Showed a good bit of fielding in that first inning for the second out, getting it over the first baseman with ease.
So here's the 2 outs right here. Let's see if Riverside can add on just 1 more run here with 2 outs.
Villanueva elects not to go at the first pitch. That pitch low at the knees counts as a strike.
Patton
0-1, 2 outs.
Will be really deadly there if he stays low like that, doesn't get the ball up. Sccbl's pitch was up, elevated, and Sccbl made him pay for it. If he stays at the knees, he's going to be hard to hit.
And Patton throws again, just paints that low left-hand corner.
Yeah.
Just burning batters right now. It looks like he's got his stuff under control here.
Yeah, I mean, just a little shaky in the first couple batters, but it looks like he settled down very nicely in this bottom half of the first inning. I don't see this pitch being anywhere close, 0-2. Just like
And
that.
you're right. It was not close. It counts as a ball. 1-2 count. 2 outs. 1-0 Riverside Bulldogs lead.
Now it'll be really interesting if he goes fastball at the knees again, away, or he goes with an off-speed pitch in the dirt. I guess we'll see right here against Villanueva.
Patton checks to second and throws a breaking ball for an off-speed pitch there. Gets the changeup, and you called it.
It was dirty.
So 1 run is scored. 1 runner left on base. Chase Sccbl drives in the run thanks to a center right field shot over the right fielder. Right fielder could not get a glove on it, and Kyle Coburn comes home as we head to the top of the 2nd inning in just a moment. You won't want to go anywhere. Don't miss it. And back here live at Cal Poly Pomona, it's a home game for the Riverside Bulldogs, but they're not at their usual home of Santiago High School in Corona. A much nicer facility, no offense to Santiago's JV field, but this is made for a college team here. Joey Reichert up to bat. Alfredo Parras on the mound after a 1-2-3 inning, getting 1 strikeout his last time up. And that ball misses high inside to Reichert.
I like what I see with Parras, though, in this first 2 innings now. He's really come after guys, throwing hard. See the velocity up a little bit more.
And Alfredo Parras misses high. Pretty much just a identical pitch from his last one. 2-0 is the count here. No outs. And that ball's chopped fouled to the left. Third base coach just snags a nice bare hand catch. And maybe he should be on the field. Joey Reichert of the University of Pacific up north. And that's going to count as a strike.
Yeah, nice outside corner paint right there.
2-2 is the count here, no outs.
University
1-0
Pacific.
Bulldogs lead.
Big West baseball there, Division I.
A few Big West players, and that ball's chopped over into the center field gap. Sam Neufeld snags it, though, and does a hop step over to first base, but gets the out. Kind of fancy there, maybe a little bit more fancy than he needed to be. But
Bowman saved him at first
it.
base with that pick. Great pick there by Zach Bowman at first base. And Parras, 4 straight outs.
4 straight outs for Parras. No hits so far. Yes, something very new for this team. Pitching has been the Achilles heel, as we talked about at pregame. This team's looking to get things going as far as pitching is concerned. As far as mostly everything is concerned, this team has not played up to the standards that they have set for themselves with a 2-11 record. But it's mid-season now, and maybe they can get a string of games together, and it starts here. Due up now is number 35, Aaron McCann. Aaron McCann, a very dangerous hitter, batting .441 as he fouls that one off high over the left side, out of bounds, or out of play. And if we were in a Major League stadium, that'd be a souvenir for a fan, but that's just going to bounce the cement there. And we don't have a Major League budget here, so we got to get that one back into the box, and that one misses high. 2-1 is the count, 1 out.
It's not someone you want to.
Parras.
Not someone you want to skip behind here. You want to stay ahead of this guy.
And we'll see what Fredo can do here. Big pitch is smacked over into the left field gap. That'll count as a single. Ball's given in to Kyle Coburn, the first hit of the game. So he had a no-hitter going there for an inning
and a third.
An inning and a third. So
yeah, I mean that's what happens when you get behind somebody like that caliber of McCann batting .441. Now it's already probably raised now after that hit, but you know, he had to come after him, and McCann made him pay. As Johnny Juarez will step up to the plate now.
Johnny Juarez, the San Francisco State product. Juarez, the DH today. Now, sometimes that's a nice thing, especially if you like hitting, right? Just being the DH and not having to deal with fielding.
Yeah, he's usually a catcher, so that's a nice day off because give the legs a rest.
And that ball's smacked over into the third base gap, and Villanueva cannot get to it. He dove, got his jersey dirty, but it was all for nothing. As two runners are on, first and second here, two singles with one out. One runner in scoring position. And now due up is Anthony Walters, the Cal Bear. The only player on this roster for the Inland Valley Bucs that plays in the Pac-12. And we'll see if he plays like a Pac-12 player here.
Look at that helmet, though. I mean, you got the Pac-12 logo, got the C on the front.
He's not shy about it.
The American flag in the back is looking sweet. Two guys on here, see what he can do.
Alfredo Parras in a bit of a jam. Here's that smacked over to Villanueva. Villanueva deals with it well, and that was a double play there. Sam Neufeld with a really good fielding play, just had a hose there, threw it on a rope over to the first baseman.
And that's exactly what you want as a pitcher
really
right
play,
there.
Yeah.
Ground ball, double play, gets him out of the inning, and no runs are scored. They had two hits, but no one
Really
scores.
good fielding. They bailed his team out. That ends the top of the second inning. It's a 1-0 game here. The Bucs left two runners on base, and a little bit of danger there, but Alfredo Parras got out of it thanks to his good fielding ability from his team, and we'll be back momentarily. Back here live at Cal Poly Pomona at Scolinos Field. 1-0 game. The Bulldogs lead, a rare lead for this team who have played from behind so very often. As Zach Bowman, a very good hitter, is due up. Cypress College product. Shown some good fielding as well early. Sean Patton with 2 strikeouts in the first inning. And you actually said what's up to Patton. You actually know Sean Patton personally.
Yeah, I played played junior college baseball with him at Citrus College. When he's on, he is very dirty and very deceptive.
And Patton's pitch, speaking of being on, he was not on there. 1-1 count, misses high.
When he starts locating that fastball with his very dirty slider, he can be very dangerous.
It's a dirty slider. You better watch out.
Yeah.
That was a nice breaking ball. Counts for a strike there, 1-2 count.
Just cuts very fast, so it's really sharp movement to it, and that's what makes him very deceptive off that really fast fastball.
Oh man, he got it. He fooled Zach Bowman there high. He went high with a fastball, blew it by him for his 3rd strikeout of the game here.
Yeah, and as a hitter, you see that ball up, your eyes get lit up, and you're like, oh, I'm going to hit that and then swing and miss. And
not when it's going that fast, right, Mason?
Exactly. He does it too hard to catch up to that.
Due up now is designated hitter Jesse Villalobos. Villalobos does a little bit of pitching, does a little bit of fielding as well. He's a jack of all trades. And let's hope he's a master of all as he comes up here to the plate as his team needs a little bit of DH hitting. And that ball misses low to the left side of the plate. 2-0 count, 1 out. 1-0 game. Bulldogs lead. Fielding has been the Bulldogs' friend so far here, as Alfredo Parras was in a bit of a jam earlier in the top of the second inning, as that ball misses high to the left side. 3 balls, hitters count here. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, you could give him the green light because it's summer ball, or you could give him the red light because you don't want to give him the green light. So anything could happen here, 3-0.
And Patton gets that one to locate. He had to throw a strike, and he definitely did it there. Patton has not walked anybody today. And it's a 3-1 count still in the hitter's favor.
Let's see what Jesse can do here. 3-1.
Villalobos. That one counts as a strike. Almost looked as a ball. Looked like a ball.
Maybe a little,
Mason?
high and outside for a 3-1. I don't know. The umpire gave it to him though.
Being a little bit generous there.
Yeah. Now Villalobos has got a battle now. 3-2.
1-0 game here. 1 out. Second inning. And he misses there.
I thought that. I thought that pitch was better.
It looked a little bit more accurate than the last one. Umpire that says though, take your bases. Sam Neufeld, the very good fielder, is up to show what he can do with his bat. And last time out at home, he hit a home run. He smacked the ball over to left field. Drew Knight and I were on the call, and just really, it was not a good game, but it was a very good hit. Probably the best home run this season for the Riverside Bulldogs. Neufeld just smacked it as there's a breaking ball to lead off the battle he has with Sam Neufeld. Patton gets it, goes a strike. Kind of a hanging breaking ball there. Kind of lucky it did.
No, just the get me over curveball, and that's really good for a pitcher is to be able to throw another pitch for a strike other than his fastball.
Villanueva on first base. He took his base. That being Villalobos. And Sam Neufeld looking to advance him. Sam Neufeld, the second baseman. 1-1 count here. 1 out. 1-0 game. Bulldogs lead. And there's a pickoff move. Sean Patton just making sure the runner stays honest on first base.
Yeah, good move there. Very fast. And Patton, when I played with him, he definitely picked multiple guys off. So he's got a good move.
You definitely have to be careful. That ball smacked over to the shortstop. Could be a double play here, and it most likely will be. Yes, it's a double play turned by the Inland Valley Bucs as they get out of a bit of a jam as well with a runner on first base to end the second inning. It's a 1-0 game. The Riverside Bulldogs lead thanks to Chase Sccbl RBI double. And we will head into the top of the third inning in just a bit. And we're back here live at Cal Poly Pomona. In Pomona, obviously, Mason Jandro and Bradford Evans have the call for you. It's the top of the third inning. The Riverside Bulldogs lead 1-0 thanks to a Chase Sccbl RBI double. Alfredo Parras doing very well, giving up only 2 hits so far, much better than his last outing at home in which he surrendered 9 runs in 2 innings. So very different tale so far. And that ball's smacked over to third base to Gio Villanueva. And
1 pitch, 1 out. That's exactly what you want there for a pitcher for Parras.
And that was Javier Rosales just grounding out, taking the first pitch, and maybe not a pitch he should have taken, huh?
Well, summer ball. What they always say, first pitch is always
summer
the best
ball.
pitch.
I love how you just say, summer ball.
Summer ball, you got to take your hat.
That's the answer to everything.
You're not here to look at pitches. You're here to swing, so you might as well swing away.
Due up now is Todd Yost batting 9th. Before we'll see Jordan Hernandez.
They always say the best pitch is the first pitch, so you might as well take your hack.
Todd Yost from Westmont College up in Santa Barbara.
Is that
Christian
Westmont?
College.
Christian College?
Yeah.
Not Marines, right? That's
Nope.
West Point.
That's West Point.
That's Army, too.
He would not be here.
He would. He would not.
Maybe he would.
2-0 to Yost.
And that one paints the inside corner. Almost looked like a ball there, but it reaches in there for a strike.
Right at the knees. This umpire, as we've learned the first 2 1/3 innings, is he likes the pitches at the knees, and as a pitcher, you got to love that.
And Paris, once again, misses. 3-1 is the count. 1 out, 1-0 game. Bulldogs lead. Top of the third inning. And Todd Yost, spiritual successor to Ned Yost. Maybe I made that up, but
maybe.
Alfredo Paris walks Todd Yost. And due up now for the second time today is Jordan Hernandez. Jordan Hernandez unable to get on base his first time out, and we'll see if luck is in his favor.
Yeah, he struck out first time. And, ground ball, he's fast. I don't know if a ground ball is going to be able to get a double play, but let's see what Paris can do.
That ball's hit over to second base. Could be a double play. No, Neufeld elects to go to first base, takes the surefire thing, gets it to Bowman for the out. 2 outs, runner advances to second base. 1-0 game here.
Yeah, that ball was just chopped to second base, way too slow to turn a double play. So smart there by Neufeld just to get a for sure out at first base. But now here's the 2 outs. Let's see if the Bucs can get a 2-out hit here.
And due up now here is Malcolm Smith, who also didn't get on base last time. He grounded out.
Oh, we actually have a pinch hitter here. Dorian Granados from Georgetown.
Dorian Granados will be in the game now for Malcolm Smith. Maybe the manager thinks he's seen something he likes, huh?
Yeah. Very quick pinch hit here from the Bucs.
Dorian Granados, very long player. He's almost all legs there, very short torso, but his legs are the size of skyscrapers. And that ball misses. 1-0 is the count. 2 outs here. Runner on second base. 1-0 game here. Bulldogs lead.
Yeah, Pars is struggling here, trying to get ahead. He's gotten lucky with ground balls, but he's got to start getting ahead of batters. Can't fall behind too often.
And once again, Paris deals. That counts as a strike there. 1-1 is the count. Paris from the stretch. Fires, misses with the breaking ball. Sccbl ready to throw it to second base to Neufeld. And when you have Chase Sccbl there, you got to be aware.
Yeah, I really like what Sccb's doing here. He's probably telling Paris to make sure to check on Yost at second base because Yost is getting a huge secondary lead. And I mean, if Granados hits a base hit, Yost is going with ease. I mean, you can't let a guy get off that much at second base. So Paris needs to hold him on a little bit better. Good job by Sccbl there to go talk to him.
Mason Jandra played at Centennial High School, played shortstop, played at Citrus College as well. He's a seasoned vet in the game, and he's providing very good insight today. And that ball's smacked over to right field, and it's going to go foul.
And there you saw right there, Paros two looks there. Second base really kept Yost. He wasn't moving, wasn't shuffling, didn't get a huge secondary, and that's what you got to do as a pitcher with a guy on second base, especially with 2 outs, because you don't want that guy to score. And if he gets that big of a secondary every single time, a base hit will score him easily, because he's already halfway to third, if you think about it. But now 2 outs here to Granados, and see if Paris can make the best pitch of the day here.
Paris really needs to come up clutch here. Paris deals, misses high, almost hits Dorian Granados in the face there. Granados kind of just got out of the way. That would have been an ugly injury, as it's a full count now with 2 outs.
Yeah, that'll make you back up a little bit. That's not fun.
Paris needs a big pitch here. Top of the third inning. Paris delivers, misses high, walks the batter. Runners on first and second here.
Third baseman number 24, Logan.
And now due up. Batting in the 3-hole, Logan Gopperton, the third baseman, one of their power hitters, one of their main guys on the offensive end.
Yeah, Gopperton just flew out to right to center field, his first at bat.
But he showcased his power, and
Yeah, he
you
hit it
really
pretty
have to
far.
watch that if you're Alfredo Parras. That ball's fouled off. Gopperton swinging at the first pitch. 0-1 is the count. 2 outs, 1-0 game. Runners on first and second here.
You know, when you see the Buccaneers starting lineup, you see a lot of guys that are undecided. Not a lot of guys that have already committed. Like Gopperton right here, undecided. And it's kind of interesting to see all these guys starting who don't know where they want to go to college.
And the off-speed pitch there, really good pitch there by Alfredo Parras, just fools Gopperton into swinging for a fastball.
Yeah, this is where Parras needs to show his stuff here. 0-2.
Chris Joyce just encouraging Alfredo Parras, just says execute, do your thing, right?
Yeah,
just relax.
0-2, you gotta put this guy down. 0-2, best pitch right here.
Alfredo Parras, good throw there, gets him looking, just paints the outside corner. Good strike out there for his second of the game. Logan Gopperton goes down looking as we head into the bottom of the third inning with a small lead for the Riverside Bulldogs, a small but rare lead as this team is 2-11, looking to turn things around, and that's a good way to start out by turning things around as we head into the bottom of the second inning in a 1-0 game. We'll be back in just a bit. And due up now is the University of Laverne product as we are in the bottom of the third inning here in a 1-0 game. Marcelo Arcos. Arcos playing in left today, trying to show what he can do at the plate. What do you expect from Arcos here to lead off the inning?
Get on base as a leadoff guy with K-Berry on deck. You got the top of the lineup after him. As a 9-hitter, if you lead off, you always want to get on base for the big guys to come behind you.
And a big swing there, maybe not the best one to swing at there, Mason, by Marcelo Arcos. Very high, almost above his head.
Yeah, there's another high pitch that your eyes light up and you just want to take it for a ride, but you miss. It's too fast.
Sean Patton with 3 strikeouts today. Throws a breaking ball into the dirt, but good protection there by the catcher. Make sure it didn't get past him, as one got past him earlier in the inning to advance a runner. Now that being Joey Ryherd. 1-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, pardon. No outs, 1-0 game. And that ball's hit over to left, or over to the third baseman. Third baseman bobbles it, and he will still get Arcos out. And now due up is Kyle K-Berry, the leadoff man, batting for the second time today.
Yeah, that ball was hit hard enough where Gopperton could stay in front of it, knock it down, and still throw out Arcos at first base. So now K-Berry will be up.
K-Berry, very good fielder, showcased his agility as well. We saw in the home game against Arroyo Seco when the game was still close, he did a really good job of getting in from second. He just blasted through with Juan Pierre speed to home. As Sean Patton's down 2-0 in the count, 1 out, no runners on base.
Carberry grounded out at third base. Last at bat. See what he can do here. Up in the count 2-0.
That ball misses. Pardon me. It counts for a strike. Just paints the left-hand corner. He does really well with right-hand batters, getting that inside corner, Mason.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. He goes right after him.
K-Berry fouls that one off. Could hit a car. Who knows?
The thing about
No.
Patton is he throws so hard that inside pitch, especially with a wood bat, I mean, if you don't have quick enough hands, that's a broken bat. And Patton knows how hard he throws, so he's not afraid to go inside on guys.
And we've seen his ability to throw hard, just blowing high fastballs away as he gets him with the breaking ball there. Kyle K-Berry swinging in the dirt. Didn't expect that one.
Then he comes back with that slider, and it's like, that's not even fair.
That's exactly what he did there, as it counts as 2 outs. Kyle Coburn, who got on base last time, looking to do a little bit of damage. He scored the only run of the game, thanks to a Chase Sccbl double. So, 2 outs, 1-0 game here. Once again, just tattooing that lower left hand of the strike zone here. A good pitch by Sean Patton.
He's keeping the ball down, too, which is always important as a pitcher.
And a breaking ball misses again, but it's blocked by the catcher, Joey Ryherd. 1-1 count, 1-0 game, 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Colburn was behind in the count last at bat and got a base hit. Now he's got a 1-1 count. Let's see what he does here against Patton.
Kyle Coburn just rests that bat on his shoulder. See, some guys like to fan it high, kind of the Gary Sheffield kind of thing, and then some guys just like to rest it on their shoulder until the pitch comes.
Yeah, not a lot of movement, but the one thing you always notice with hitters, especially in the pros, is they always get to that one slot when the pitch comes.
Coburn swings at that, and it's a grounder over to, actually Mason described that play. Yes, I mixed up.
It's a drop third strike, so
yeah.
Swing and a miss, blocked because he wasn't caught.
Exactly. I got tongue twisted there for a little bit,
base.
so I had to rely on my, my co-host here.
No worries.
No runs scored in that. It's a low-scoring affair here so far. As we head into the top of the 4th inning, Alfredo Parras still on the mound, and we'll see what he can do here with his Riverside Bulldogs team having a rare lead, especially in a home game, leading 1-0. Don't go anywhere. You won't want to miss the top of the 4th inning. And back here in a quick one here, Cal Poly Pomona. Bradford Evans on the call with Mason Jandra doing color. Joey Ryherd, the catcher, up to bat here, batting cleanup usually when the game starts, but he'll lead off the inning here, and he grounded out last time out. Alfredo Parras misses with the first pitch, 1-0 count in a 1-0 game. That one counts as a strike. Nice slow off-speed pitch there, delivered into the glove of Chase Sccbl. Parras once again throws a breaking ball, same spot, 1-2 count. The breaking ball's working for Parras.
Yeah, this is what Parras is going to have to do if he wants to stay productive. He's got to stay ahead of these hitters and not fall behind.
And that one smoked over to the high, wide left part of the plate. Misses for a ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Alfredo Parras in that last outing at home, threw 45 pitches in 2 innings. So it was a very laboring outing. Looking good here so far. 3-2 is the count here. Parris in danger of walking his 3rd batter of the day. And here's Alfredo Parris delivering once again. It's not a strike. Umpire says take your base.
Yeah, it looks like Sccbl liked that. He liked that location. I thought it was a good location too, but maybe just a little bit low below the knees in the umpire.
Do you think Seby's kind of coaching him a little bit, telling him exactly where to throw the pitches? He's just saying go ahead and
No, of
throw
course.
it.
He's probably giving him pitches and location. Sccbl seems like a very
Cerebral
intellectual, catcher. He knows what he's doing back there, so he's just trying to help his pitchers the best as he can.
And that ball's hit high over the left-hand side. It could be out of the park. Could be a foul ball. That's going to be way foul. Our line of vision is it's hard to see with the dugout blocking left field. Once again, we're on the ground, not in the crow's nest. And that was Aaron McCann, a very dangerous hitter, swinging at the first pitch. And that ball misses low. 1-1 is the count. Runner on first base. Alfredo Parris having a very good outing so far. Parris went to Riverside Poly. Of course, was teammates with Cole Percival, Troy Percival, as Parris checks to first. But I was saying he was teammates with Cole Percival, who will be going to UCR to pitch for his dad, the famous Troy Percival, your boy. And that ball smacked over to the center field gap, and that's going to be extra. No, it's not extra bases, but it's going to be a single there.
So back-to-back base hits there for the Bucs, and McCann's 2nd base hit of the night. So Parris now in some trouble here. 1st and 2nd, no outs, and now Johnny Juarez will be up, and let's see what.
But as
Parris
we saw a
can do.
little bit earlier, Alfredo Parris was able to get a batter to ground out to 3rd base for the double play.
Yeah, he needs that right now.
He needs a double play right now here. Alfredo Parris on the ropes. First pitch is hit high over to center field, and K-Berry's going to track that one down, but there will be a tag up, and if runner advances to 3rd base, he's a slow guy. That number 20, Joey Ryherd. He's kind of just galloping slowly to 3rd base, but he still got there. He almost was in danger of being thrown out there by the cutoff man.
Yeah, but, good tag by Ryder, but great play by McCann to tag from 1st to get to 2nd. So now, instead of it being 1 out 1st and 3rd, it's 1 out 2nd and 3rd because McCann tagged from 1st base. And now that totally digs away the double play threat that the Riverside Bulldogs had, but now it's gone. So now 2nd and 3rd with 1 out.
Alfredo Parris in danger of giving up his first run of the game as that's a breaking ball over to the left field gap. 1 run will score, maybe 2. And the 3rd base coach tells his runner to stay at 3rd. Runners on the corner again. 1 run scored. Ryherd comes home. Joey Ryherd scoring that one. And Alfredo Parris is in a bit of trouble here after having a very good first 3 innings.
Yeah, and there's Anthony Walters, the Cal product. He swings at the first pitch, his first at-bat, grounds into a double play. Swings at the first pitch, his second at-bat.
Almost the same thing, single. Yeah, it just grounds it over to 3rd, but it gets the gap.
Yeah.
And due up now is Javier Rosales, the right fielder. Alfredo Parris with a fastball, nice, high left side of the strike zone. And just painted the edge there. Alfredo Parris with runners on the corner in a bit of a jam here. He's already given up 1 run so far here in the 4th inning. Tie ball game. Breaking ball misses.
That was a really good spot.
It was a really good spot, though, exactly. A couple fans, patrons saying it was a good spot, but the umpire didn't like it. 1-1 count, 1-1 game, 1 out. And pickoff move over to first base, just keeping Walters honest. Walters the shortstop, representing Cal with the big C, the big Cal Bears logo on his helmet. Parris misses low, and that one could have been a strike there, Mason, but he elects not to give it.
Yeah, I mean, that was a little too low probably for I'm pretty sure if the ump would have called that a strike, Rosales wouldn't have been happy about that. But I mean, good location. You want to stay low.
Parris throws low again as that one's fouled off behind. There's a nice thud of the backstop.
Yeah, see, that
Rosales
was
in
a
a
good
battle
pitch
with
there.
Alfredo Paras.
Yeah, good pitch there, good location, right at the knees. Rosales just fouled straight back. Let's see if Paras can stay low here again. Maybe off-speed pitch, get a ground ball double play and get him out of this inning with the tie score.
Paras. That one's hit way back over to the left-hand side.
Foul.
Foul ball. If it stayed true a little bit more, it would have been a 3-run shot. Really would have broken this game open. Especially in the light, that ball is really hard to see as a fielder.
Yeah, well, the sun's like right.
And it's really difficult for us to see
Exactly.
as well. We don't have a monitor to check it out.
The sun's right in the eyes of the left fielder.
It's a 2-2 count here, 1 out. Now it's a full count as Alfredo Paras misses at the ankles of Rosales.
He's got to go after
Runners on the
Rosales
corner.
here. He can't walk him.
Alfredo Paras has had trouble walking batters this season as he misses high, almost a pickoff move there by Sccbl. Instead, the bases will be loaded, and Chris Joyce is going to come out to talk to him.
Now Yost will be up. He walked his first time.
So 4 runners have been walked so far by Alfredo Paras. Alfredo Paras' pitching was, he had good location up until this point. What can he do to get back on track here, Mason?
I mean, I understand why he's trying to be careful with his pitches because he doesn't want to give up a bomb. Obviously, as we've seen 2 foul balls that have been for sure home runs, but foul. So, you know, as a pitcher, that's always in the back of your head of, man, these guys got my number. They're just a bit off, you know. But he's still got to go after him here. He cannot, especially with the bases loaded, you got to throw your best pitches and you got to trust your stuff. And I feel like he's not trusting it right now. He's trying to guide stuff, and he needs to trust his pitches.
And here's
really
a really
goes after him.
dangerous proposition for the Riverside Bulldogs with the bases loaded and 1 out. He's really going to need a couple easy balls. He can't even, you know, he's got to strike him out here, right?
No, I mean, the good thing is that it's bases are loaded, so you can go any bag for a double play. So ground ball to third base, tag third, go to first, or up the middle, double play there. So let's see what he can do here. 1-0 is the count to Yost.
Paras hits the inside there with the off-speed pitch, 1-1. 1-1 score, 1 out. It's fun to say 1. 4th inning. Alfredo Paras in a jam. Paras. It's a ball called there by the umpire. 2-1 count. That one misses outside. Sccbl making sure that one doesn't go past for the wild pitch. Alfredo Paras once again. Paras. And that ball's smacked over to left field. That's going to bring 1 or 2 runs in. It's only going to bring 1 in. And Paras in a bit of danger here. It's 2-1. The Bulldogs lead no more. The Inland Valley Bucs are up 2-1 in the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that wasn't a bad pitch. It was kind of low and outside, maybe a little bit too elevated, but Yost really stayed on that pitch and drove it to left field for a base hit and RBI.
And due up now for the 3rd time is Jordan Hernandez. They're really whipping through this lineup here in the 4th inning. Alfredo Paras really in some danger here. Good pitch there.
Yeah, he's definitely, as the game's gone on in this 4th inning, he's lost some velocity.
And if you're Chris Joyce, the manager, would you think of changing pitchers here?
I would, yeah, if he can't get out of this one right here.
And Paras misses low in the dirt. His first 2 pitches against Hernandez for the 3rd time have been low. 1 was a strike, 1 was a ball. There's 1 out remaining. It's a 2-1 game. The Bucs take the lead. Another close one here is last night. We finished 3-2 in favor of the Bucs. And that ball's hit over to right field. That's going to bring in multiple runs here. Hernandez, as Mikovic tries to get it inside, but 2-3 runs score here, and that's disastrous for the Bulldogs. Once again, just shooting themselves in the foot. A nice hit there for the double by Jordan Hernandez, though. As this one's broken open, it's a 5-1 ball game here. Things have gotten ugly.
Yeah, I mean, what I was going to say is it's one thing to get an out and a run scores. It's another thing to give up a hit and run score. And right there he gives us a double and 3-run score.
Just about the last thing you could do. A double with 3 RBI.
And
from
now
Hernandez.
this game just went from 2-1 to 5-1 just like that with one hit.
And due up now for the second time today is Dorian Granados.
He walked his first time.
And Paris really has to rely on his confidence here. And hopefully for his sake, it's not too shaken after he's given up 5 runs in the 4th inning. Pitched 3 really good innings, almost perfect. I mean, he gave up a few hits here and there, but he pitched very well. And now he's in trouble. But he hits him there. Granados walks for the second time here. Chris Joyce really might need to talk to Alfredo Paris and get a new pitcher out there.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I'm still surprised he's still out there, honestly. I thought Joyce
we've
would
talked
pull him
about
by
it
that.
multiple times, though. We don't. The Bulldogs do not have the luxury of relying on a pitching staff with 15 guys.
Yeah.
They have 5 to 6 guys that pitch. They have to spread them out evenly, and with a back-to-back-to-back series like the Bulldogs have, they really have to save these pitchers.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. He's only got so many arms, and he can't just overuse them just because one guy's getting hit. Hopefully, Paris can get out of this without giving up any more runs.
Maybe they'll rely on a hero, that being Mason Jandro, to pitch on the mound if they need him.
Yeah.
Paris laboring a little bit here in the top of the 4th inning. Can't get out of this. The bases were loaded, and Jordan Hernandez just cleared him. 3 RBIs. And Paris once again from the stretch here. Throws, smack of the leather, doesn't count for a strike though. Fastball goes. It's a 1-1 count here, 1 out. 5-1 game. Bulldogs had the lead until the top of the 4th inning, and things have fallen apart.
He's had Gopperton's number, though. Got him looking last time.
And there's a foul there. Off-speed pitch by Gopperton. And what does that off-speed pitch do for Paris? He's been doing a good job of it so far. How's that worked in his favor?
I think that when he's gotten hit, they've been fastballs, and his off-speed pitch he can't throw it enough for a strike or fool these guys.
Alfredo Paris pitches there. It's fouled off. Go ahead.
The objective of an off-speed pitch is to make it look like it's a strike, but then falls away and gets the person swinging. And Paris' off-speed pitches just haven't done that. They've been called for balls because they're not fooling the hitters. And then he's got to go to his fastball because he's falling behind in counts, and that's when he's getting hit because his velocity isn't up right now. So, I mean, it's just like a BP fastball coming in there, and these guys are just raking it.
Paris just elects to keep the runner honest at second. Runners on second and first. Paris getting a little bit shellacked here. He's really in some trouble here with 1 out.
But 1-2 here. Let's see if he can get Gopperton. He already got him once. Gopperton had guys on second and third with 2 outs, and he got him looking last time. So let's see if he can get him looking again here.
Paris misses, but Chase Sccbl.
It's a great block.
Chase Spider-Man Sccbl blocking that one, making sure it doesn't get past him.
It's a great block by Sccbl. I feel like as a catcher, fastballs are probably the hardest to block because they're so just in the dirt, right? Get on you really fast, so you got to be quick, like a cat. And Sccbl right there just really dug that one out of the ground and kept it in front of him.
Chase Sccbl used to long games, especially this season. He's been on his knees for quite a bit. He's been having to catch every game here for this team with little relief. Sometimes Nick Valdez goes in there to catch, but Chase Sccbl, his dad talked to us a little bit earlier, and he said he caught 3 straight games, and he said he has knees of steel.
Ain't that the truth?
It's Gopperton and Paris in a battle here, 2-2 count, 5-1 game, 1 out. Bucs have blown this game open. Paris misses for the full count, and he could walk another one here if he's not careful.
Yeah, throwing a lot of pitches this inning. Really, you can tell he's getting tired.
And Alfredo Paris looks down at the ground before he pitches. Stays in a long stance for his stretch. Checks second and
timeout was called.
A timeout. Sometimes batters call timeout just to throw the pitcher off the rhythm, right?
Yeah, it's also for them too. I mean, if they're sitting in that box for too long and this pitcher's taking his time, they're like, well, now I'm out of my rhythm, so now I need to reset everything because I've been sitting here getting cold.
Paris throws for a ball. Another walk here. And it looks like Connor McCollum might be going into the game here. No, Connor McCollum is not going into the game, pardon me. He pitched the other day and had a little bit of trouble as well.
Looks like Joyce is checking out, and it looks like he will make a change. That's what it looks like. He was checking if the guy in the bullpen, which we cannot see who it is, but we're checking if he was ready for him, and it looks like he is. And it looks like that will be it for Alfredo Pares as he gives up 5 runs on 6 hits. And
Walks 5
strikes.
batters.
Yeah, but he walks 5, struck out 2, but you cannot walk 5 people because it eventually will catch up to you. And it didn't in the first 3 innings because he got out of it, got ground ball, double plays, got what he needed to get. But in this 4th inning, he walked a couple guys, and it's eating them alive now. And that's where the big number comes up.
And that has been a very big theme, a very important theme for this team so far. The Riverside Bulldogs have walked many, many batters, and it's led to their demise so far here in the Sccbl season. They're middle of they're almost done with the season. They're approaching the midway mark, and they're 2-11, and they're in danger of being 2-12 if they don't get things rolling. As we will take a little break here, as a new pitcher is on the mound for the Riverside Bulldogs. And we're back here still in the 4th inning, top of the 4th inning. This game is moving by quickly until this point because there have been 5 runs scored here. Mason Jandra and Bradford Evans have the call for you. Pitching change here, Alex Hanvey of Wheaton College on the mound. Alfredo Pares pitched very well the first 3 innings and fell apart there in the 4th. And Chris Joyce had no choice but to make a change, as there are runners on every bag here. And danger once again for this Riverside Bulldogs team of giving up multiple runs. Hanvey throws for a strike. 0-2 count here. Wouldn't expect anything nice to be pitched, especially with
you don't want
with low bases.
You got to trust your catcher here. He's going to block it, but you don't want anything close here. 0-2. Try to get him chasing.
Hanvey once again misses low.
There's a good pitch.
Ryherd elects not to swing at that one, and
it's a good spot there. Not anywhere close, and a little change up low, and Ryherd was smart enough to lay off.
Alex Hanvey with the bases loaded, pitching from the stretch, checks to second base, throws a breaking ball, fools the batter, and he's out.
There is the Sccbl. There you got to trust your catcher. Hanvey gets the job down with a slider there low.
For Sccbl, but Sccbl dealing with it well.
Yep.
For the second out of the inning, and that's exactly what they needed. And now really with the bases loaded, you have many options to get these batters out here, Mason.
Yeah, with bases loaded, 2 outs. But now you got the scariest guy. He's 2 for 2 today as Aaron McCann steps to the plate.
Aaron McCann, really good hitter, batting .441 so far here. And Hanvey throws high, check swing, hits the bat of McCann, so it counts as a strike. was going to be a ball, but it was a strike. And
yeah, a little check swing foul ball there. Just didn't mean to get a piece of it.
You could just see the look of grief on his face there.
Was too happy.
Hanvey throws that one's hit over into the shortstop gap, over to left field, and 2 runs are going to score here. 7-1 game, and just like that, the game. Oh, as a runner goes to second now. There's a runner in the pickle, however, with Neufeld. Oh, there's a runner going home. So much is happening. Gopperton is thrown out. Good play there by the first baseman to throw out the runner who's trying to steal home there.
Yeah, I mean, base hit, third hit there from McCann. 2 runs scored. He gets caught in a pickle in between first and second base. They get in a pickle, and great play by Sebi to check the guy on third as he coming home, and a great throw by Bowman to get him out at home plate to end the inning. So only 2 runs scored there, but 7 runs
fielding
scored.
Fielding has not been the problem for this team so far tonight, as fielding has been a theme as well that's been troublesome for the Riverside Bulldogs. However, 7 runs are scored in the 4th inning. Really not a good inning by this Riverside Bulldog team, and they've fallen out of this game. What can they do to get back in it?
Get some hits.
Now, of course, but any other.
I mean, they got to get some hits. They have to start hitting the ball, and I mean, it's no easy task against Sean Patton.
And Sean Patton warming up here, and we're going to take a quick break as we head into the bottom of the 4th inning. This team has really dug themselves in a hole. Chase Sebi's due up, who has the only run of the day, run batted in. And we will be back momentarily. And back here live at Cal Poly Pomona, Scalinos Field. Riverside Bulldogs had the early lead in a 1-0 game, and it really fell apart for them in that top of the 4th inning. Alfredo Parras just ran out of gas there. Now it's 7-1. Things really not falling in the favor of the Riverside Bulldogs this season, and yet again tonight, as they've undone themselves. Chase Sebi on the mound, facing Sean Patton, who went up north to play ball. And Sean Patton has a nice slider, as we've touched on, and a nice fastball as well, as he throws an off-speed pitch there, fouled off by Chase Sebi, the Huntington Beach product.
Behind the 1 and 2 now, and here we'll probably see Patton's patented slider.
That's a good one. Very punny.
There's a change-up
ball
instead.
misses there. Ball misses by Patton, hits the ground. And dog barks, so you know there's some concern here from the home fan. Patton
2-2.
from the windup here in a 2-2 count, no outs, 7-1 game. Patton throws, and that one's hit over to left field. That's going to be at least a single, and left fielder collects it, that being Dorian Granados. And now Chase Sebi is on base once again.
Yeah,
now,
I mean, there was the slider, but he hung that one, and Sebi made him pay for it.
And
That's
now
what you got to do as a hitter.
Due up is Max Mirkovic, not Mirkovic, Max Mirkovic. As
Try to say that 5 times fast.
The right fielder, done a good job fielding so far this season. Had a couple errors here and there, but then again, everybody on this Bulldog team has had a few shares of errors. But now we're going to see what he can do with his bat here, with a runner on first base and Sean Patton pitching. Patton nods at his catcher. Throws, misses, inside. 1-1 count here, no outs, 7-1 game at Cal Poly Pomona. Patton checks to first base, Sebi on his toes. Patton misses low. And Patton, when he misses low usually.
Which is where you want to miss as a pitcher. You not want to miss up. That's what you get paid for. As he missed up to Sebi, and Sebi made him pay for it.
Sccbl, of course, hitting that over into right field for an RBI double. Big swing there by Merkovich. 2-2 count here. Merkovich needs to come up clutch for his team here if they're to get back in this one. Patton delivers once again. Breaking ball misses. Full count here.
That was a good off-speed pitch there by Patton, and Merkovich right there. Really good job to lay off that because that was dirty.
And Merkovich here will need a keen eye to stay in this one. 3-2 count, no outs, 7-1 game, and he hits that one high over to the left-hand side for a foul ball.
He crushed that one, but just foul down left field line. Now 3-2, and this is where Parez couldn't find a way. He'd either walk the person or give up a hit. Let's see what the difference between Parez and Patton is here with 3-2.
Patton delivers once again in the dirt. It's going to be a walk. So a little bit of momentum creeping back into the favor of the Riverside Bulldogs as due up is Gio Villanueva of the Academy of Arts. The third baseman has done a good job fielding today, and we're going to need to see a big hit here from him. With runners on first and second here, Mason, what are you trying to do as a hitter? I mean, obviously trying to get him home.
He could bunt. I mean, with one first, second, moving to second and third. But as a hitter, you want to drive the ball to opposite field, hit a ground ball toward the right field, either through the hole or a fly ball over there.
Villanueva pops that one up, and if that one's caught, you don't want to do that. And that one's going to be caught by Ryherd for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, that's not what you want to do first pitch.
It's about the last thing you want to do.
Yeah.
Pop up to the catcher as Gio Villanueva walks back with his head down to the dugout.
That's an easy out there as a pitcher. You're like, well, that was easy.
Zach Bowman, the first baseman, has power, and they're going to need power from him here to get back into this one with runners on first and second in the 7-1 game that got away from this Riverside Bulldog team. Big swing there. He was swinging for power, Zach Bowman. Zach Bowman's got that sweet mustache going on. The Ron Burgundy look.
I like that look.
Runners on first and second. Ball misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 run for the Bulldogs. Runners on first and second. Bottom of the 4th inning here. And that one's fouled behind into the crowd. And Merkovich really swinging for power here, Mason.
Yeah, Bowman really wants to drive something in the gap here. You can definitely see it.
Me.
Definitely see it with his cuts. But, you know, with 2 strikes now, he's got to choke up and try to just put a ball in play. Here with he already took his hacks. Now he's got to have a quality at bat.
Zach Bowman of Saddleback College strikes out there, and he just.
I feel like I'm just jinxing everybody when I talk.
Disbelief, yeah. Maybe it's the curse of the commentator. And due up now is Jesse Villalobos, who does a little bit of everything for this team, as we touched on. He's going to do some DH work here. Unable to get on base so far. With runners on first and second and 2 outs, he's going to need to get something big to get his team back into this one in a 7-1 game. Sean Patton, check swing. Villalobos elects not to go on that one. 1-0 is the count, 2 outs. Patton checks again to second, making sure the runner doesn't have too big of a lead, and he elects to move back, does a little ballerina move off of the mound, throws it to, or doesn't throw it to second, but just keeps the runner honest. Sean Patton. Patton fires, throws, and a big swing by Villalobos is to no avail.
Yeah, Villalobos has got to get his foot down earlier against Patton. He's really late on that pitch there. And
would you expect another fastball here?
Yeah, I mean, as a pitcher, you got to see that. He's not catching up to his fastball. I would just blow something by him still until he can catch up to it.
1-1 count. And he throws a breaking ball. He doesn't do what we thought he would there. Counts as a 2-1 pitch, but still, you got to be on your toes if you're Villalobos for the breaking ball.
I guess the catcher saw something else that we didn't. As a pitcher, though, whenever you see a guy who's way ahead of something or way behind something with a fastball, you just keep throwing a fastball because you obviously can't catch up to it.
And there's the fastball. Misses for a 3-1 count. Hitters count. Hitters delight.
Yeah, we really need a 2-out base hit here from Jesse Villalobos. 7-1 is the score here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Buccaneers score 7 runs in the top of the 4th.
Pitch there is hit over into center field, but it's going to be a fly ball, routine, and it's caught. 2 runners left on there. 7 runs scored in the inning, none by the Bulldogs. It's a 7-1 game. As we head to the top of the 5th inning, we'll be back in a bit. And back here for the top of the 5th inning. 4th inning was not in favor of the Riverside Bulldogs. They had 7 runs scored on them in 7-1 game. Johnny Juarez, the DH, is due up now to lead off the inning. Alex Hanvey on the mound. And there's been a change at first base. Nick Valdez goes over. Zach Bowman is out. He's at third, pardon me. Chris Joyce just changing up the infield a little bit, and that's kind of surprising with how well they've been playing.
He takes out Joey. Takes out Gio Villanueva at third. He's on the bench now.
Hanvey throws 3 straight balls. A little bit of trouble here. The ball misses again, and he takes his base. 4 straight balls. Not the way you want to start out an inning if you're Alex Hanvey. And Anthony Walters, the Cal Bear, due up, playing shortstop today. Looking to get on once again, as he did last inning.
Yeah, had an RBI base hit last time. There we see Gio Villanueva leaving now. He's got to go. So that's why Bowman's at third and Valdez goes into first.
Alex Hanvey's thrown 5 straight balls to start the 5th inning with a runner on first base. Hanvey once again, the Wheaton College product, misses again for a 6th straight ball. Sebby's just going to go down and talk to him, calm him down a little bit.
You got to throw strikes as a pitcher. I mean, you have one job. And it's one thing to get hit. I mean, that happens, you know. if you get hit, you get hit. But it's another thing when you're just walking guys or hitting guys, and that's how you're giving up your runs. I mean, you're not keeping your team in it when you do that. You got to throw strikes. So the 2-0
Anthony
pitch.
Walters, hitter's count here. Gets his first strike. Chase Sccbl might have calmed him down there.
Surprised he didn't swing at that, Walters.
Two-one count here. Runner on first. And Chase Sccbl just ready to throw it to first base over to Nick Valdez.
3-1 now. That one's hit
That
down the
ball's hit over
line.
to third base, and Zach Bowman can't get it. He dives in the dirt, but it's deflected over to left field. That's going to be a double. It's going to advance the runner from first over to third base. Danger.
So a walk, leadoff walk, which is always the worst thing you can do as a pitcher. And then right back after that, a double. So now second and third with no outs. And now Javier Rosales will be up to the plate.
And we've seen this happen before, where this team starts the game out strong, and in this late innings, they fall apart. When Drew Knight and I covered the game in Palm Springs, it was the same story. This team had the power where they wanted them. It was a 4-2 game, and just fell apart, losing 12-2 or 10-2 at the end. So
they just have a big problem of starting and finishing a game, and not losing their composure in the middle of it.
Javier Rosales doesn't swing at that one. There's a ball, 1-1 count. Runners on second and third base in a 7-1 game in the top of the fifth inning. Javier Rosales. We'll see what he can do here. And another miss there by Hanvey. Hanvey having a little bit of trouble here locating his pitches, just like many of the other pitchers have done so far. Missing with wild pitches and mislocated balls has been an Achilles heel, and it's undoing this Riverside Bulldog team so far. Hanvey pitches again, and it's hit over high left field, out of bounds, but we'll see. Left fielder cannot get to it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A count that could go either way here.
Yeah, let's see what Hanvey can do here.
Hanvey's going to need to get this located in a
Gotta-
good position.
Yeah, you got to go for a strikeout here. You got to have your best pitch to get this guy swinging or looking.
Do you go breaking ball here, or do you just try to blow him by with a fastball?
Well, I don't know if he can blow him by with a fastball, so I would go breaking ball in the dirt or something, try to get him a chase. Just like that.
He chases that. He does not chase that one as it
That was
goes
a good
into the
pitch.
glove of Chase Sccbl.
It's a good pitch. It's a good layoff there by Rosales.
And now
But
he's
now
got to
it's
throw a
3-2.
strike.
Yeah, 3-2 now. It's a
No
ground
outs.
ball. We'll probably score a run.
Hanvey. That one's chopped over to third base. Could have been a double play, but thrown to first base to Nick Valdez. Nick Valdez tags the runner out. Good rope thrown there by Zach Bowman. Zach Bowman showing what he can do on both corners. Good fielding today.
Yeah, I mean, as a hitter, that was the one thing you didn't want to do was ground out to third base. But, you got out shortstop, that's a run score. But because the ground ball goes to third base, the runner at third and second have to stay and don't advance.
So an ideal out for the Riverside Bulldogs as Hanvey misses the first pitch to Todd Yost high. Hanvey facing Yost for the first time today. Yost got on last time and was he got in and really started the anarchy that's ensued for this Riverside Bulldogs team as he scored the first run to make it 2-1 to take the lead.
Yeah, Walters was the one with the 1-1 to make it 1-1. Yost made it 2-1.
And then there's Yost smacking that one over to right field to Merkovich. Merkovich throws it into Nick Valdez, but a runner's going to score here. 2 runs are going to score here, and this game is getting way out of hand for the Riverside Bulldogs.
So another RBI there for Todd Yost is a sacrifice fly to right field.
And pardon me,
And
there was
now-
only 1 run scored there, not 2.
But Juarez did go to third base. So now with 2 outs, there's a runner on third base. and it's 8-1. Bucs leading
And
the Bulldogs.
Christian Lyman, who before this game was the RBI leader for the team, is in the game for Jordan Hernandez after he got that 3-run RBI to clear the bases. Lyman with 7 RBI on the season before this game. So another dangerous hitter.
Good pitch there by Hanvey. Nice little change up low. Got him chasing. 1-1 is the count now. 8-1. Bucs leading the Bulldogs here as they score another run in the 5th inning. They scored 7 in the top of the 4th. And looking to put another one on the board here.
Hanvey delivers. It's popped up, shallow infield. Communication here between the center fielder and the second baseman, or the shortstop. K-Berry flags that one down to end the inning. One run scored. It's an 8-1 game here. Riverside Bulldogs are going to need something special to get back into this game down by 7. And back here live at Cal Poly Pomona, Mason Jandro and Bradford Evans have the call with you tonight. There's been a pitching change. Art Corona, Sean Patton having a good outing. 6 strikeouts, 3 hits, and 1 earned run given. A very good outing from your fellow teammate.
Yeah, 4 innings pitched. Pitched great.
And due up now is Zach Bowman. Sam Neufeld batting 8th. But he showcased some power as he hit a home run at San Diego High School. The left field's a little bit deeper here, where he turned it last time, but they're going to need something special here from Sam Neufeld, the very good fielder, if they're going to get back in this one, an 8-1 game. As there's a sidearm throw there by Art Corona, kind of a weird delivery.
Yeah, I mean, with Patton out, Bulldogs got to do something. They got to string a couple hits together and score some runs and just start chipping away at that lead because before it gets too late and they can't do anything about it.
And another breaking ball, strange delivery from Art Corona so far. And how do you deal with that as a pitcher? I mean, you see stuff like Clayton Kershaw with that delay that he takes and Johnny Cueto with that rock back. How do you deal with that as a hitter?
It's not easy. I mean, you definitely have to get used to it, and that's why it's super important when you see him in warm-ups to get your timing down in warm-ups because, you know, you get up there and you already know what's going to happen.
And it's a full count. Corona. Sam Neufeld grounds to second base, gives it to first. He tries to hustle there. Good hustle there by Sam Neufeld, but it's to no avail as it counts for the first out of the inning. And Marcelo Arcos is due up, and on deck is Kyle K-Berry. Marcelo Arcos couldn't get on today, and we'll see what he can do here in a 8-1 game. Arcos is going to need something special, just like all the rest of these batters will, as the sidearm thrower, Art Corona, misses high. Don't see that often from sidearm throwers.
Yeah, I mean, that 7-run inning really just dismantled the Bulldogs. They look really, you know, down.
2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Yes, very demoralized.
Not really like that 1 inning really hurt them and really didn't make it, you know, hurt them.
And that ball's popped up high over to left field. Maybe the left fielder gets, yes, he flags it down. Arcos will be frustrated they can't get on today.
Center fielder
And Kyle Kayberry maybe needs to take the Luke Skywalker role here and be the last hope for this team, as they're in a game that's gotten well away from him, 8-1. The fourth inning was really troublesome for this Riverside Bulldog team, and Kyle Kayberry, the Riverside Bulldog, will need Riverside and University of Redlands Bulldogs, so is going to need something special here. Kayberry.
I mean, it's not easy for the Bulldogs. You see Patton throwing hard, and then you got this sidearm. Art Corona coming here.
Throwing a nasty
the ball's
breaking
probably
ball.
moving like
Disgusting.
this, and you're like, well, I'm so used to seeing a straight fastball. Now you got so much movement.
Yeah,
now you got to adjust to
ball
that.
Moved. It was going to go right on the outside, and it just moved into the inside. Good pitch by Art Corona. But Art Corona having a little bit of trouble locating his pitches so far. 1-2 is the count. 2 outs. 8-1 game. Bottom of the 5th inning. And breaking balls there, man, it was right on the strike zone.
Everyone in the field was walking in there like, that's strike 3, and the umpire said, nope, not today. It's a ball.
Sometimes the umpire just doesn't like it. And if Kyle Kayberry can get on, Kyle Coburn, who scored the only run today, will get on, and there's a ball delivered by Art Corona. Kyle Kayberry needs to get on base here.
3-2 count here.
Corona delivers. Oh, a nice breaking ball in the dirt to end the 5th inning. It's an 8-1 game. And actually, we talk about relief pitchers coming in. I actually have a relief pitcher coming in for me, that being the illustrious Drew Knight, who has joined me in many of the away games so far, paid his dues, and he's going to do a little bit of play-by-play to end the rest of the game. So it's been a pleasure for you. Bradford Evans signing off. Mason Jandro and Drew Knight will take you the rest of the way.
And welcome back to Scolino's Field here at Cal Poly Pomona. As Bradford said, I am Drew Knight coming in for relief. And we've got a one-sided game. Kind of a tale of two halves so far.
I mean, first half, Bulldogs took control. Second half, not so much. Bucks have taken control as they will lead 8-1 here as Granado steps to the plate.
And Alex Hanby is on the mound, and his first pitch misses high and inside for a ball. 1-0.
Granados does not have an official at bat. He's walked and been hit so far. So, ball there. So 2 plate appearances, twice on base. His on base percentage is 1,000%, Drew. That's what you got to do right there.
Yeah, it's a good day for him. He'd like to get some hits probably. And he drills one hop to the shortstop, who went back on it and fielded it clean and threw to first for the out. That is the newcomer, Kyle Coburn, there.
Yeah, nice play there by Coburn. He stood his ground, hard hit ball there, and kept it in front of him, and a nice throw to first base.
That'll bring up Logan Gopperton, the third baseman. Gopperton, fun fact, I played against him in Citrus Belt League play back in my high school days. He's a Cajon High School product, and he swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1.
Gopperton 0 for 1 with 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout looking. Looks at ball there.
Hanvey's delivery. Ball outside. 2-1.
This ball's
Godding
grounded.
grounds one to first. First baseman takes it himself. That's Nick Valdez over there. And 2 quick outs start the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time we've seen Hanvey actually settle down and get 2 quick outs as he's struggled since he's really entered the game. But it's good to see him get 2 really fast outs. Now he's got Joey Reihert up, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout.
Reihert takes a ball that gets away from Sccbl. 1-0. Hanvey's delivery. Swing and a line shot into left field for a base hit.
Yeah, and there's just a ball that's elevated there, and Reihart didn't miss it as a fastball up, and he drove it into left field for a base hit, 2-out base hit.
First baseman number 35, Aaron McCann.
That brings up the first baseman, Aaron McCann, and he wears the same number as Eric Hosmer, and he actually, his swing and his stature is a lot like Kansas City Royals first baseman Eric Hosmer.
Yeah, there might be something there, right? You know, maybe an idol.
And he drills one into the gap of right center field. That'll get down and go all the way to the wall. K-Berry plays it against the fence, and they are waving home Reihert, and he will score standing up. It's an RBI double for Aaron McCann, and that makes it 9-1.
And just like that, McCann's 4th hit of the day. 3 singles, 1 double, 3 RBIs. What a day Aaron McCann has had today. I mean, Bradford talked about it earlier. He's hitting 441 on the season, but now with 4 hits today, who knows what he's hitting now?
He could be up over 500 now.
Easily. As we have a pinch hitter now, as Jacob Dottie from Orange Coast College will be up for Johnny Juarez as the DH now. So Dottie will take place of Johnny Juarez's spot as a DH.
Hanvey delivers. And a called strike right over the middle of the plate. 0-1. He got 2 quick outs this inning, and then a couple of hits, including the RBI double. So it has been another troublesome inning. And a swing and a miss on pitch number 2. It's 0-2.
And, I mean, great piece of hitting here for the Bucs here with 2 outs. I mean, Hanvey gets 2 quick outs, and they still get a run. I mean, 2-out hitting is so important in baseball, especially when you're trying to just add to your lead.
Pitch number 3 was low and outside for a ball. Sccbl did a good job of getting in front of it. It's 1-2.
Yeah, if that ball goes through Sccbl, McCann goes to third now, and just a base hit scores him easily instead of a play at the plate.
And Dottie thought about the breaking ball and laid off of it. It just misses low and outside. And the deuces are wild, as Vin Scully would say. 2-2 with 2 outs. And that ball is popped up into foul territory. Valdez going over, but he's out of room. It hits right off the dugout fence there.
I don't know what happened there. It looked like that was in place, though. He could have maybe caught that, but
yeah,
maybe Valdez just thought it wasn't worth going for it since it's just a summer ball game. And he's like, maybe I just don't want to do this. Don't want to go over the fence.
It would, if there was a game to get hurt in, you do not want it to be one of these summer games.
Exactly.
But yeah, it looks like he could have had a shot at it, but in the end it falls for a foul ball. And it remains 2-2.
10 hits on the board for the Bucs as Aaron McCann hits a double.
And that's a called strike 3. I don't know if they called it on the swing or the location. Either way, that's the 3rd out. And the Bucs add 1 more on 2 hits. No errors. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th right after a quick break. Welcome back to Scolinos Field here at Cal Poly Pomona. And Kyle Coburn is leading it off in the bottom of the sixth for the Bulldogs. They're down 9-1, and he takes a ball outside for the first pitch of the inning. And takes a ball low and inside. It's now 2-0.
Our Corona with that deceptive little side slinging arm movement that he's got going on here.
And he takes a called strike one over the middle of the plate. And that ball hops up there for a ball. It's 3-1 now.
I mean, the Bulldogs got to start chipping away. I mean, it's later in the game, the harder it is to chip, and they got to start now.
As he smacks a foul ball down the third base line. Makes the count 3-2. Got a good pitch to hit. And was just a little early on it. And now he has to battle. The delivery. And it's high for ball 4. And Coburn walks.
Yeah, good at bat there. Saw a lot of pitches. You want to do that, get Corona a little bit tired, and now probably the hottest hitter for the Riverside Bulldogs, Sccbl, will step up as he's got 2 hits. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI double.
The
only
Bulldogs,
RBI.
Bulldogs have 3 hits today, and Sebi has 2 of them, including that first inning RBI double that scored the Bulldogs' only run. And Corona sets and delivers for a ball. I think it was high.
And Colborn's got the other hit. The 2-3 hitters have all the hits for the Riverside Bulldogs.
So they're doing their jobs. They've had a fair amount of walks today, though, so they have had their base runners. And a check swing by Sebi. It foul tips off his bat into the backstop.
Yeah, he wasn't too happy about that one.
No, you could tell he tried to hold up.
It's always discouraging when you're a hitter and you have a check swing and you get a foul ball, foul tip, and you're like, man.
And he swings full on that one and fouls it off to the right. And he's in the hole 1-2 now. Corona sets his 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss by Sebi right through that pitch.
And another jinx there is we say Sebi's the hottest hitter, and then he strikes out. I feel like I can't say anything positive about anyone, and then just goes to crap afterwards.
That'll bring up Max Merkovich, the right fielder. First pitch to him is a ball outside. When you're a hitter facing a sidearm reliever like this, do you prefer, a different delivery, or is it harder?
After seeing Sean Patton throw,
there's a called strike.
And you see how fast he throws and over the top with the dirty slider. It's almost kind of refreshing to see a sidearm that throws a little bit slower but has more movement because it's easier to kind of locate.
Slows the game down a little bit as he fouls that one towards the Bulldog dugout. He's in the hole 1-2.
Yeah, not to mention if Corona makes a mistake up, that's a sidearmer's worst nightmare. They love to work down, and when you get a pitch up, it's just like a batting practice fastball for any hitter when a sidearmer misses up in a location like that.
And it's chopped to third, and they get the out at second, on to first, not in time.
See, right there, you think Max would have really drove that pitch. We can't tell from this angle if he might have jammed him a little bit, but when a sidearmer elevates a fastball like that, we were talking about it earlier. When Patton throws a ball up, that's like 88, 87 up, is more like 92 because it's up and it's really fast, But when you have a sidearmer who's throwing like, 81, 78 around there, and he throws a ball up, that's like 82, 83 up, and that's money in the bank right there for any hitter.
And a lefty sidearm reliever is easy for a right-handed batter to pick up.
Exactly.
And this is a righty-heavy lineup for the Bulldogs. There's only one lefty in the starting lineup, and that's Zach Bowman, who's on deck. But batting now is Nick Valdez, and it's his first at-bat since stepping into the lineup for Gio Villanueva. And so with a man on first and 2 outs, Valdez has his first plate appearance here. First pitch is off speed, called at the knees for a strike. 0-1.
Yeah, but as a hitter, when you see a sidearmer, you want to get up in the plate, up in the box, I mean, and catch that ball before it drops into the zone.
That ball is a ball, low and outside.
Because sidearmers usually have a little loop to their pitches. They're usually not very straight. There's always some sort of loop to them. So you want to catch it before it drops out of the loop.
And that ball is grounded to third. And a nice play by Gopperton, who throws it over to first for the out. So a walk leads off the inning, but three straight outs after that. And the score remains 9-1 as we head to the top of the 7th. We will be right back.
Hey, Bradford, do you want to push cancel?
Yeah, hold on. Press continue if it says that.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. It says upgrade, cancel, start, demo.
Cancel.
Cool. So do you need to pay for Wirecast if you want to do like?
That's the free version. I mean.
I know if you want to do like live stream like a camera, you have to pay for it.
You can do it. It's just like single camera, and it's like really.
Number 25, Colby
You can pull it off. I mean, it's just not gonna be like.
Very
Must
good
be a
quality.
wide angle for the whole time.
New pitcher?
That's not great for sports. If you're doing like a web show or something, you can
Yeah.
do it.
And then the thing is, you don't have like a live scoreboard. Like Pep can get the scoreboard in.
Right.
You get other stuff. That one's like 300. I'm gonna try to get it torrented though. So I don't have to do
Keep your voice down, huh?
What?
There could be cops around here. Keep your voice down.
I mean, you know.
So new pitcher, who is this?
I don't know. This is the new guy, I think. That
25?
came in today.
Oh, do we have his name? Hey, Bradford.
Did
can
you
get
find
this
out who
pitcher?
that new kid was?
This is a new guy. He came today.
Who is it?
I
The
don't
new
know his
kid
name.
that came in today. Can you ask Chris Joyce who it is? Sprint. I don't think 25's in the lineup.
It's not on the.
Number 1, Seamus Allen.
Oh, it's short. Seamus Fallon. Batting.
Seamus Fallon?
He's batting.
Oh.
He's batting.
For who? Anthony Walters.
What the hell?
Yeah. Seamus Fallon for Anthony Walters.
It's doing it again, so we're not live.
Oh, frick. It's doing it again.
So we're not live right now.
Colby
Why
Childs?
does this happen? Why does this garbage happen?
I think he should just stay on that screen. As Fallon drives one into left field, and that ball is gone off the fence.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back. Sorry about that. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, so we missed the first batter of the inning, who is Seamus Fallon from Orange Coast College, who just ripped one off the left field fence for a double, and it's a new pitcher for the Bulldogs this game, but it's also a new pitcher for them this season, as number 25, Colby Childs, is now pitching, and he showed up today.
And he's welcomed with a leadoff double from Seamus Fallon of the Buccaneers.
And that was Fallon's first at bat. He came in as a pinch runner and then a fielding replacement. And that brings up number 15, Javier Rosales, another Orange Coast College product, and he takes a called strike one. And he swings and hits one way up in the air and out of play down the left field line.
These guys aren't shy with their cuts against Childs.
Nope, they're swinging early and often. And for Rosales, he finds himself in a hole 0-2. And Childs tries to blow the fastball by him, and that's fouled back into the parking lot. Could have hit a car.
Hopefully not my car. Jeez.
We hope not. Hope it's none of ours.
Buccaneers have 9 hits, 9 runs, 11 hits, 0 errors. Bulldogs 1 run, 3 hits, 0 errors.
And there's a ball up in the zone, or
So-
out at the zone.
Yeah,
sorry.
so defensively, this game's been pretty solid. But again, the Riverside Bulldogs, the sticks have gone cold like it did last night, and they've done it again tonight.
There's a breaking ball that's low. So Rosales works the count even to 2-2. And I don't know if we've seen a Bulldogs game where they haven't had any errors, so if you're going to take a positive from it, as he fouls that one down the third base line.
I'm sure because we're talking about this, they'll have an air pretty soon. So, you know, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for that because that usually is the theme that's been trending here.
It's been happening, yeah.
So when we
today.
talk something about positive, something with the Bulldogs, then negative happens.
And there's another breaking ball that misses. And so from 0-2 to 3-2 now, Rosales has worked the count back closer to his favor. Still has 2 strikes on him, but he's 1 ball away from walking. And there it is, a low fastball out of the zone. And Rosales takes the walk. So it's first and second, nobody out.
Yeah, as Childs there, you can't get ahead 0-2 and then throw 4 straight balls. Like that's just, you cannot do that. Walks will kill you, especially when you're down 8 runs. You know, you got to throw strikes.
That'll bring up Todd Yost. Yost, the 9-hitter today. One of the only guys who has not been subbed out yet. And he takes a called strike after taking another strike, so it's 0-2.
Yost 1 for 1 with an RBI sacrificed and a walk.
And he takes a ball low, and it just missed. It's right at the knees. So the count is 1-2.
No outs, runners on first and second here.
And a breaking ball misses low and outside. So he's had decent command of the fastball since coming into the game, but he has yet to throw that breaking ball for a strike.
And you got to be able to throw multiple pitches for strikes as a pitcher.
And that pitch is drilled to the second baseman Neufeld, who turns and throws to short and on to first. A great scoop by Valdez, and that is a double play. And that was some great defense there. The runner moves to third, but there are 2 outs.
Yeah, great play there by Neufeld to pick that and get it to second fast. But what a pick by Valdez at first base. Really saved Colburn there on the throw. And a big double play for Childs to get, instead of being first and second, no outs, now it's runner on third with 2 outs. And that's a great opportunity there.
And that brings up Christian Lyman, who is a pinch hitter. Came in for Jordan Hernandez, and his first pitch was drilled down the right field line, but he yanked it foul.
He watched that too, gracefully.
Sometimes it can be fun to hit a deep foul ball because you're allowed to just stand and watch instead of running.
Yeah, and you don't get hit for it either.
And he fouls that one off his foot. So it's 0-2. 2 big swings, but 2 strikes.
You got to love summer ball. These guys are just coming out of their shoes with the hacks, you know. That's what summer ball's about, man. You're here to get your hacks in. Don't take pitches. Swing away.
Childs is 1 strike away from working out of the jam, and he throws a fastball up and in that misses. So it's 1-2.
Yeah, this will be a very productive inning for Childs if he can get out of this with no runs after a leadoff double and a walk right after that.
And that ball misses the opposite direction, low and outside. And so it is 2-2 to Lyman. And Childs misses high and outside that time, so he's missing all the corners here after going up 0-2. And he is ignoring the runner at third base. He is focused solely on the hitter.
Yeah, I feel a trend here. Last batter 0-2, then 3-2. This batter 0-2, then 3-2.
And that ball is grounded foul down the first baseline. So it remains full.
9-1 here, top of the 7th inning. Buccaneers lead the Bulldogs here in Pomona, California.
And Lyman reaches out there, slow roller to shortstop. Coburn comes in and makes a charging throw and just gets the runner at first. For the 3rd out of the inning, Childs gets them with no runs, 1 hit, and a walk. Some great defense by the Bulldogs, and we'll be back with the bottom of the 7th right after this.
Okay, talk.
We're live.
Oh, we are live.
And we apologize if you heard us saying talk. We were having some weird technical issues, but I think we have it all figured out now, and we should be good for the rest of the game. We have a new pitcher for the Buccaneers. It's number 7, Brennan Pisano?
Piscino? Yeah, I mean, it could go any way, honestly.
Pisano.
From Citrus College, though. I went to Citrus College. My alum. One of my alums, anyways.
And another lefty reliever as Zach Bowman comes up to the plate. He is now the 3rd baseman. He started the game at first, moved over to 3rd when Valdez came into the game.
Bowman's struck out swinging and struck out looking twice. I mean, once, both times, though.
And
0-2.
his strikeout looking was a questionable call that the umpire and Coach Chris Joyce and even the fan here beefed about for a while. But that is history now, and here comes the first pitch from Pisano. It's a called strike at the knees.
Yeah, there's definitely some chatter about that call. That was called against Bowman. Chris Joyce was not happy about it.
And the 0-1 pitch misses low and inside. Bowman thought about it, was able to check his swing, and it's 1-1. And there is the 1-1 pitch. It's the big looping curveball that falls in.
You gotta love lefty curveballs.
For a
They're
strike.
just, there's something else, man. Lefty curveballs are very deceptive, and a great pitch there.
And he misses with a fastball low and outside. It gets by the catcher. 2-2. No harm with no runners on base, but that just shows you how much it missed by. And if you're just joining us, after 3 innings, the Bulldogs were on top 1-0 and were playing very well, and then the Bucs took over and they scored 7 runs in the top of the 4th as he misses in the dirt for ball 3. And then another run in the 5th, another run in the 6th, and they are up 9-1. So a deceptively large margin here, but still it's been a lot of Buccaneers hitting. And he takes a walk, ball 4 in the dirt, and it got past the catcher, so Bowman's racing for second base, and he will get there. The catcher, either lazy or forgetful there, did not go back to get the ball after it got past him, and Bowman hustled all the way and made it to second standing. So a heads-up play by Zach Bowman puts a runner in scoring position with nobody out.
Yeah, I mean, for Joey Ryherd there, ball gets by him, and he kind of just lackadaisically goes to the backstop. I mean, we got a pretty big backstop here at Cal Poly Pomona, and Bowman, he raced to first, and he, no hesitation to second base, took that bag easily, and now a walk that should have just a guy on first with no outs has now Bowman at second with no outs, and now Jesse Villalobos up.
Villalobos takes a ball up and in. It gets by the catcher, so Bowman will move over to third base.
Ryhard's having a little trouble here in this inning.
Ryhard is, but also Paseno hitting the strike zone, having trouble, and that makes the run 90 feet easier to score.
You know, I always loved being a pitcher because it was always the catcher's fault, you know. I mean, unless the pitch was just out of the strike zone like big time, but it's majority the catcher's fault. The catchers get back there for a reason. You gotta be able to catch balls.
I think from there's a called strike at the knees. I think from a pitcher's perspective, it's always the catcher's fault, and I think from the catcher's perspective, it's always the
but even the coaches even look at it as like it's the catcher's fault. Like you gotta block it, you gotta be able to catch. You're back there for a reason.
And he swings through that one, so he's down 1-2. And really a ground ball, outfield fly ball will get a run in here. You could take an out to get a run, but a strikeout won't do the trick. And the 1-2 delivery is driven to left field. It bloops in, actually. It looked like it was hit harder off the bat, but it drops in for a base hit. A run will score. The left fielder out there, Javier Rosales, tried to deke a little bit, but it didn't matter. With the runner on third, he could have waited all day and walked in.
Yeah, it's a good piece of hitting there by Villalobos, especially with 2 strikes to drive in a run, and that's what you want to have. You're down by 7 runs, and now it's 9-2. Out that drives in a run really doesn't do anything. You want to keep this inning alive now with still 0 outs, a base hit, and now Feldman drives a ball to shortstop.
Neufeld grounds it to short. He hit it on the nose hard, but they turned the double play very smoothly. And so just like that, the rally is
gone,
muted for now, and there's nobody on with 2 outs. It looked like it could have been a bigger inning for the Bulldogs, and maybe it still can be, but it's up to Marcelo Arcos now with 2 outs and nobody on base.
Yeah, Neufeld struggling today, 0 for 3 with 2 ground in and double plays. So not a productive day at the plate for Neufeld today.
First pitch curveball misses low for ball 1. And Neufeld, in his defense, he hit that ball
hard. He did.
He hit it hard. Just right to the shortstop, and the next pitch misses low again in the dirt. 2-0. And that ball is chopped to the shortstop. He charges in and throws on the run. A perfect throw to get the out. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. The Bulldogs score 1 run on 1 hit and a walk. No errors. Nobody left on. We head to the top of the 8th right after this. Welcome back to Scolinos Field here at Cal Poly Pomona. The Riverside Bulldogs are trailing the Inland Valley Bucs 9-2. And Colby Childs is back on the mound for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 8th to face the center fielder Dorian Granados. And his first pitch is high for ball 1.
Seven runs in the 4th inning is the difference in this game.
And there's a ground ball to the shortstop. Coburn throws across to first in time for the first out of the inning.
Third baseman number 24.
And me and Bradford were talking about it after it happened. It just seemed like that inning, after that inning, it really just crushed the Bulldogs. I mean, they were really in the game in the first 3. I mean, leading 1-0. Pars was on the mound throwing really good. And then 7 innings just like that, it just shut them down positivity-wise and just momentum-wise. It was just gone.
That'll bring up Logan Gopperton, the third baseman, and he takes ball 1 up. And yeah, I mean, if you take away the 4th inning, it's a 2-2 ball game here.
Yep.
And this is a blowout game, so that shows you what that inning was like. And Gopperton takes the second pitch and drives it deep to right field. Back on it is Merkovich, and he catches it right on the warning track. He ran way back there and made the play, and he hit that ball hard, but it
That's
looked
a great
like
catch.
it looked like Merkovich had it the whole way. He was the only one in the ballpark completely confident with that one, but he made the play, and that'll bring up Joey Ryherd. Ryherd will try to redeem himself after his defense maybe cost his team a run. The catcher.
Yeah, big innings, though, will always kill in baseball.
And a breaking ball misses for ball 1 to Ryherd. And he swings, kind of a half swing, through a low fastball for strike 1. It's 1-1 with 2 outs here.
Joey Ryder 1 for 3, single and a walk.
And he swings at the off speed there. It was out in front of it. 1-2.
Childs wants to get out of this inning here. Don't want to face Aaron McCann with a runner on base. He's 4 for 4 tonight.
And he does. He strikes him out. He got him with the off speed, low and away. And so no runs, no hits, no errors for the Bucs. We head to the bottom of the 8th right after this. Welcome back to Scolinos Field, where the Riverside Bulldogs trail the Inland Valley Bucs 9-2. Here in the bottom of the 8th, the top of the lineup for the Bulldogs, Kyle Kayberry, center fielder, is leading things off.
Kayberry 0 for 3 with 2 Ks tonight.
And Brennan Pisano remains on the mound. And his first pitch is swung on and grounded to first. Kayberry hustling down the line. The pitcher covers, just gets him on the flip from the first baseman McCann. And so 1 pitch, 1 out.
It's a really nice play there, especially because these guys don't know each other. You know, it's not like they practice that, and that's really good communication to have the pitcher cover and get the out.
There's certain plays in baseball where the communication is universal, and PFPs are one of them.
Yeah.
That'll bring up number 20, Kyle Coburn, the shortstop. He takes a ball, so it's 1-0. The second pitch coming. Hits the bottom of the strike zone, the fastball there, and it's 1-1. And the breaking ball, curveball, backs him out of the zone, and it's 2-1. Ball inside. And Pisano likes to work quickly. He's back up there ready to pitch, and another called strike at the knees on another fastball. The count is 2-2.
Yeah, I like how Pisano works down in the zone. Typical lefty. Doesn't like to work up. And then with this 2-2 pitch right here, I wouldn't be surprised to see a little off-speed pitch, just like that.
And you're right. It was a curveball in the dirt. Coburn thought about it, but held up. And it is 3-2 now.
Really good there by Coburn to lay off that, because that was a really fast-breaking curveball there by Pisano.
Could have fooled some good hitters.
Yeah.
And Coburn swings through the high fastball for the strikeout. And that's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And they're running out of outs to work with. Down to 4 offensive outs to go.
Yeah, Bulldogs really haven't strung a rally together all game. I mean, 1 run in the first, 1 run in the 7th. But in between those, it's just really been like a hit here and there. But really 1, 2, 3 innings, you know, maybe a walk here or there, but nothing really rallying like.
That brings up Chase Sccbl, who takes a first pitch strike. Sccbl has 2 hits today. And he takes low, ball 1, so it's 1-1. Sccbl has 2 hits, and the Bulldogs only have 4 as a team, so he's been the offensive standout today.
Definitely been the catalyst of the bunch.
Usually we talk about his defense, which has been solid today as well, but he swings and foul tips 1 at the plate, 1-2. His defense has been good today, but his offense stood out.
Yeah, I mean, but the one thing that always stands out with Sccbl is his leadership behind home plate as a catcher. You know, really, especially in his first couple innings with Paras, you know, he's a really good leader behind there, and you have to be a leader if you want to be a catcher.
Catcher is the only one who can see the whole field, knows what's going on. He takes a ball outside, and it's 2-2 with 2 outs here. Bulldogs down 9-2. Brendan Pisano on the mound, and the looping curveball just missed the zone. A lot of the defense thought that was strike 3, and a great take by Chase Sccbl, because
that's happened a couple times where the defense runs in and think it's strike 3, but it's called for a ball here by the umpire. And yeah, great take by Sccbl to not chase that.
And say what you will about the umpire, he's been given both teams, you could say, bad calls, I guess.
Yeah.
And Sccbl grounds one back to the pitcher. He throws on to first for the easy out. Bulldogs go 1-2-3 in the 8th. We head to the 9th inning right after this. Welcome back to the broadcast of the Riverside Bulldogs taking on the Inland Valley Bucs. The Bucs are up 9-2 here as we head into the top of the ninth, and first baseman Aaron McCann leads things off for the Bucs. We have a new pitcher on the mound for the Bulldogs, number 22 Connor McCullum, and his first pitch is low and inside for a ball.
McCann 4 for 4 today. 3 singles, a double, and 3 RBIs. Have a game.
Yeah, let's see if he can stay perfect in what is likely his last at bat here. McCollum sets and fires right past him. A high fastball that McCann swung through, and it's 1-1.
McCullum probably the hardest throwing pitcher for the Bulldogs. His velocity probably up close to 88, 89, probably when he gets it.
His 1-1 pitch is grounded right back to him. A nice snag there. He underhands to Valdez at first for the easy out. And for the first time today, McCann is retired.
I mean, I'd be proud of myself just to get him out, honestly. 4 hits tonight. Probably his average is far above 500 now after tonight's game. It was 441 to start the game.
And these
and you see all of his teammates giving him crap as he smiling over there. Can't go 5 for 5. But what a game by Aaron McCann.
And Jacob Dottie is now up. And he takes a ball in the dirt. 1-0. The Bulldogs scored early in the bottom of the first inning. And then there was no score until the top of the fourth when the Bucs put 7 on the board and then 1 in the 5th and 6th to make it 9-1. Bulldogs scored 1 run in the bottom of the 7th, and here we are in the top of the 9th. Score remains 9-2. The second pitch of the AB is a high fastball that Dottie swings through, 1-1.
Yeah, Dottie a little mad at himself there after that one. Got a good pitch to hit, and it just I guess he got blown by him, honestly.
And you were saying earlier, when a guy throws 88, 89, if it's up, it can
goes
appear faster.
Yeah, appears a little bit faster.
And the 1-1 pitch is fouled back into the backstop, and it's 1-2. Dottie will have to battle up there. Bucs have 11 hits and the Bulldogs have 4, but there have been a lot of walks in this game.
But
so
no errors, which is surprising.
no errors to this point here in the 9th inning. And the 1-2 pitch is swung and tipped into the mitt of Sccbl for the strikeout. And there are 2 out here in the top of the 9th inning.
And Dottie struck out twice now tonight, so he's come into the game and hasn't really been too productive. As Sccbl Fallon walked to the plate, he doubled off the wall his very first pitch he saw.
That's Seamus Fallon.
Oh, Seamus. Wow. I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, Seamus is one of those names that doesn't look or it doesn't sound how it looks.
Seamus Fallon.
And McCollum's delivery is a high fastball.
I'm going to name my kid Seamus. And spell it like that.
Seamus Jandro.
Yeah, exactly. There it is.
1-0. If Fallon gets out right here, this will be the first Bulldogs game this year in which they did not commit any errors. And he fouls one.
Don't jinx them, Drew. It's not over yet.
Into the parking lot. Well, we thought we jinxed that earlier.
We did. You are right. This is correct. But it hasn't happened. And a no-error game. And you would think, wow, the Bulldogs, no errors. This game would probably be a little close. Maybe they won.
Mm-hmm.
But the score is still 9-2.
And it was really Alfredo Parras falling apart in the 4th inning.
Yeah.
I mean,
just getting a little tired. And, you know, as Bradford said, we don't have the luxury of what these guys do of having 20, 25 guys. We only got 15.
And the 1-1 pitch is low for a ball, 2-1. And he hurt himself with walks today.
Yeah, 5 walks today. So, you know, walks are a pitcher's Achilles heel. And you cannot do that, especially against a good hitting team like the Bucs.
The 2-1 pitch is high for a ball, 3-1. And errors can really hurt you as a pitcher, but walks can hurt just as bad, and they're self-inflicted.
Yeah, like I was telling Bradford, I mean, it's one thing to get hit. I mean, if you get hit, it happens. It's baseball. But there's another thing when you start hitting people and walking people, and that's how you give up your runs. I mean, you're just letting your team down at that point. I mean, it's one thing to throw strikes and just get hit hard. It happens. But when you start making mental mistakes by walking people, that's when things go bad.
And the 3-1 pitch misses low for ball 4. And Fallon will take first base. And that brings up the left fielder, Javier Rosales. Rosales takes his time getting into the box. McCollum looks for his sign.
Rosales 0 for 2, 2 walks.
McCollum sets and deals, and he misses high again with the fastball, and he has not been the most accurate since coming in, especially missing high.
Yeah, I mean, he got 2 quick outs, and then Seamus, I almost called him Seamus again. Seamus really worked the count really well, and now he's falling behind Rosales here.
The 1-0 pitch is a high strike. It could have gone either way. So he was high again, but he hits the top of the zone, and the count is 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen the umpire call that pitch all day. I was more of just like I guess it's a strike.
It was the top of the 9th inning in a 7-run ball game.
Exactly.
And the 1-1 pitch, he blows it by him, a low fastball. Rosales had a hearty cut at that. Does not make contact, and it's 1-2.
Best pitch right here.
McCollum trying to just get out of this inning with no more damage done in this game. It's his 1 inning of work today. The 1-2 pitch misses low and outside.
Oh, wow. That's a really good pitch there. I mean, it was a ball, but that's the kind of location you want to have 1-2 with a fastball low outside. I thought I got the corner. The fan side I did too. I mean, I thought it did, but I guess it was just a bit outside. But
it did look good. I gave the umpire the benefit of the doubt because we don't have the angle, but
exactly.
It did look good. And that pitch is almost in the same
pitch
spot.
Pitch exactly the same, but I guess I guess that one was a strike.
The umpire calls it for strike 3 that time, and McCollum gets out of the inning. The Bulldogs, if you want to take a positive, have not committed an error
for the first time
as they trail 9-2, headed into the last chance, the bottom of the 9th inning. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Cal Poly Pomona at Scolinos Field, where the Riverside Bulldogs come up in the bottom of the 9th, trailing the Inland Valley Bucs 9-2. So they need a miracle here in the bottom of the 9th to come back. And we have a new pitcher on the mound, Isaac Lopez for the Bucs. He's a submarine pitcher, right-handed. And he faces Max Merkovich to start off the 9th inning. Merkovich swings at the first pitch and grounds it to the second baseman, Yost. Yost throws on to first for 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Quick first out of the inning.
And that's when you know it's a summer ball game, because if you're down by 7 runs, there's no reason you swing at the first pitch. You need to take pitches. You need to get this guy and see him and go deep in counts to get him tired in late in the inning. And first pitch swinging, I mean, that doesn't sound like someone wants to come back, you know. So that's why it makes it sense that the summer ball game, because if it was a real game, there's no way he swings at first pitch right there.
And Nick Valdez steps up to the plate and takes a ball inside on the first pitch. The second pitch is swung on and tipped back towards the catcher. 1-1. Yeah, summer ball is about showcasing your skills and honing your skills.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the in-game situational hitting type. And Valdez grounds one to first, where McCann picks it up and touches the bag himself. 3 unassisted. And there are 2 outs, as Zach Bowman is the last hope for the Bulldogs. Lopez could get out of this inning without throwing more than 5 pitches if he gets Bowman quickly here. But we'll see what Bowman can do. He was the first baseman to start the game and moved over to third. And he takes a called strike 1 over the outside corner. And Bowman's a lefty hitter against this righty submariner. It might be easier for him to see the ball than the righty hitters. The second pitch is a ball just low.
It was a good location there. Knees outside, maybe just didn't catch the corner. But good pitch there by Isaac Lopez.
Lopez comes set and deals. And he misses low again. That one was a little lower. But he's been around the same location for all 3 pitches to Bowman.
We talked about with the sidearmers, they got to stay low. We cannot elevate the fastball.
And Bowman swings and chops it to third. He's hustling down the line. The throw is in time, and that is your ball game. The Riverside Bulldogs fall short, 9-2 against the Inland Valley Bucs. It was a one big inning for the Bucs, and Alfredo Parras gets the loss for the Bulldogs. And we're back here again tomorrow night, 7 o'clock.
Yep, 7 o'clock game tomorrow night. Bulldogs are home again, but again at Cal Poly Pomona. And yeah, I mean, we touched on it. The 4th inning with the 7 runs. I mean, that was the inning. They erased the 4th inning, and the game is 2-2.
Yeah.
And who knows what the game goes to when the score is that, because, you know, the game gets momentum changes and it's just different, you know. But when they score 7 runs in 1 inning and now it's 9-1, and they're like, well, man, now they got to chip away, and then they don't start chipping away early, then the game just goes longer and longer, and then it just gets more boring, and then as a team you're just exhausted through it. Yeah, so, I mean, you got to be excited, though. Alfredo Parras pitched 3 really good innings, you know, especially after giving up that 9 spot in 2 against Arroyo Seco. So that was really impressive.
No errors from the Bulldogs?
Yeah, no errors. That's definitely a positive to take away. And another positive is Colby Childs. Hopefully he can come back out. He pitched 2 innings, great 2 innings, struck out 3 guys in 2 innings, and I mean, we haven't seen him, so hopefully he can get some more innings and maybe put another arm in this Bulldogs rotation that's very slim, you know, and not a lot of people.
It's great to have extra arms there.
Yeah. Hitting-wise, though, same story from last night. I mean, they only put 2 runs on the board last night. They put 2 runs on the board this night. They got to hit, and 4 runs. I don't care if they scored 9 runs. 4 hits, you can't do a lot with 4 hits, especially as a pitching staff. You look at that and you're like, well, you guys aren't hitting for me, so like, what are we gonna do? So, you know, as a team, I think you got to hit the ball better, and you got to put more balls in play, and you can't walk people. Too many walks from the starter and Hanvey. Too many walks. You cannot walk that many. 7 walks between the 2 of them, and you know that eventually was the difference in the game.
7 walks, and they lost by 7 runs.
Exactly. And, you know, Sean Patton, got to give it to him. He's the winning pitcher from the Buccaneers. Pitched great, 4 innings, 3 hits, 6 Ks, only 1 run given up. I mean, the guy did his job. And, you know, Parrs did his job up until the 4th inning, and that was really the Achilles heel. But we're back at it tomorrow night. The Bulldogs are now 2-12. Buccaneers 8-9-1. So hopefully we can get that 3rd win on the board tomorrow. And I don't know who's going for pitching, but I hopefully we can, you know, turn it around after these 2 straight losses to the Bucs.
Yeah, so we'll be back here, same YouTube page, 7 o'clock instead of 6 tomorrow night. Same field, same matchup. And Bradford will be back with Mason. I will not be back in the booth, but maybe sometime again soon. I want to thank Bradford Evans for having me on, and thank you, Mason, for doing the color today.
So the final line score of tonight's game, the Buccaneers 9 runs on 11 hits, no errors. Bulldogs 2 runs on 4 hits and no errors. For Bradford Evans and Drew Knight, I'm Mason Jandro. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.